All right, guys. Well, I'm back again for the 50 millionth time. 1 minute I'm hot, the next minute I'm cold. 1 minute I can't make up my mind if I'm going to continue to do these videos. The next minute I'm producing them like they're coming out of my ass every single day or every couple of days or once or twice a week. I go all crazy. And then I look at my viewership and I see that some of the videos are going off the hook, and then I take a break and all of a sudden they dupe right back down into the single digits. Well, here I am doing NWA Power for February 4th, 2020. Yes, folks, I have not been watching the shows as much. And I've missed a couple of episodes since Hard Times, actually, because of the move and because of other reasons. I haven't really been that interested in NWA Power. I apologize to the ones that are interested in NWA Power for not continuing to upload the videos. It just didn't really catch my interest. So I thought I'd go back to that, giving you guys, the ones that enjoy watching these reviews I offer to you guys on a weekly basis, since I really don't have that much on my plate per week. Outside of going to work and so forth, but I don't do a lot of YouTube content except for the Wednesday Night Wars between NXT and AEW. This show, I will go to say that storylines between Marty Scurll and Nick Aldis for the NWA World Championship, I am very happy with. I actually love the little stipulation they threw out there last week that I missed of, if Marty Scurll wants a championship opportunity, he better win, or he has to write a check for each and every fan that's in the audience who paid a ticket to go to this event. My personal opinions on that is unprecedented, number one. Something that WWE ought to learn how to do, unlike what they tried to do with Brock Lesnar in the Royal Rumble as WWE Champion, which I thought was retarded. Then you got something that really just has not happened before. This is actually really cool. I love this storyline. And what they did is they hyped it up even a little bit more. Nick Aldis is given the opportunity to Marty Scurll to give him an answer, and if he wants to counter offer that, he can. So he could come up with another stipulation, but Nick Aldis says if he wants to do that, he better come up with something that's high stakes for him, since he is defending the NWA World title against him in the first place. So that's the decision he has to go for. No, yeah, don't mind the little souvenir I got on my bed of this dog wearing a graduation cap in the corner. I've noticed in this camera. I should have taken that down, but I didn't. That is actually a high school graduation I had back in 2006, and I still have it to this day. So don't mind me, I'm not a child. Even though I may look like a teenager coming out of high school, that is not the case. So overall, this show had some good points. Mostly it wasn't all that great. I didn't particularly care for this. The wrestling was not that neat to watch. The NWA Women's Championship, I will give them credit. They did a good job with that match. Something AEW ought to learn how to do. So Thunder Rosa retained her championship against Allison Kay. And it was a good match for what it was worth. I mean, it was only 10 minutes long, a little bit over 10 minutes. But that's about it. The Pope, he's doing some shit with Eddie Kingston. Nothing going on there outside of some really bad disrespect towards Homicide, which I think is absolutely dreadful. But it's part of Pope's character being a heel-like character, I'm assuming. Um, what else? We had Tim Storm have a funny moment in the beginning of the show with fucking a another person acting as his mother, which he was coming out saying some funny ass shit. I thought it was funny as hell. And he even came out and admitted. Tim Storm said, "Look, I don't know whether to laugh at this because it's so damn comical or be upset because of how disrespectful it is. But at this point, I'm just going to walk away and forget this ever happened and just move on with my life," kind of thing. So that's what occurred in that whole segment there. But I will go on to say this. Really, bottom line, I didn't see anything interesting about this. This show really did not attract my interest. The NWA National Championship with Aaron Stevens versus Trevor Murdoch, that was a joke in itself. Aaron Stevens used the clock as to his advantage to get a draw and retain the title, still giving Drew McIntyre. What the fuck am I saying? Drew McIntyre. Trevor Murdoch. Giving Trevor Murdoch another opportunity for the championship, more than likely, because I highly doubt they will pass up on a rematch with these two guys. I think that would be ridiculous, number one. Number two, Aaron Stevens didn't beat Trevor Murdoch to declare him out of the picture for the national championship. So you can't really discredit Trevor Murdoch yet until he actually gets pinned or submitted. At that point, they should just do an unlimited time. So that's pretty much what I have to say on that subject. Everything else on the show is just, squash matches. Cross had a matchup with Caleb Conley, and this guy Cross actually won the match itself. So, that's pretty much it. There was nothing really came out of this that really impressed me all that much, except for some of the storylines. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, and this is pretty much how I'm going to close this. There's not much for me to talk about. That's why I've stopped doing these reviews. There was a mention about the NWA Television Championship. This is a workhorse title, number one. I like that. Number two, they have a stipulation in the title run as the NWA Television Champion is, if you defend your title 7 times, which they called it the Lucky 7, you defend the title 7 times, you are granted an NWA World Championship match. I think that's fucking great. That's a concept that should have been used in fucking TNA for the X Division Championship. This was a fantastic idea that NWA came up with, and whether it was Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins, who's the owner of this, or somebody else in their creative team came up with this idea, kudos to them, because I thought it was a fantastic idea. Because number one, you're not going to have the NWA Television Champion go ahead and manage to get 7 championship title defenses as the champion before moving on to the NWA World title every single time. That would be unrealistic. So it really has to be somebody, and I think Ricky Stark is definitely that guy that they could go with doing something like this with at this point, because he has been looked at as somebody that is a big time person they can build around. And I think he would be the perfect person to take the title off of Nick Aldis, outside of Marty Scurll. Marty Scurll is a different story. But anyone else trying to take the title, I don't agree with. I don't think anybody's worthy enough to take the title off Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis has done too much to have the title taken off of him for a fucking nobody to hold on to the championship. So that's just my feelings on that subject as well. So at this time, guys, that's really all I have to say on this show. It's an hour and 10-minute show. It really didn't attract my interest so much, except for the main event and a few little things here and there I thought was pretty cool. But otherwise, I didn't particularly think much of the show at all. It's watchable, I'll say that. It's anything better than what I've watched on SmackDown or even this past Monday. Yesterday was fucking horrendous with Raw. I couldn't fucking bear to watch any more of it. So that's pretty much it, guys. So that's all I have to say on this subject. Leave a comment down below. I'll definitely get back to you on that. Hit the like button if you liked the video, and hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to the channel. I thank you very, very much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I will be doing AEW review first, and then I will do NXT on Thursday night. Anyway, guys, I thank you very much for watching. Have a great night, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye.